do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, so today I'm making a protein pancake. I make this all the time. This is kind of my go-to breakfast because I'm trying to bulk right now. I need something high in protein. I need something with enough calories in it. Something that's not gonna like stick to my stomach too long that I'll wanna eat again. And I think this is just perfect for me because you can change it up whenever you want. So let's get started with the ingredients. The pancake mix. This is the Kodiak buttermilk pancake mix. Doesn't matter what you get. I honestly have used the one from Trader Joe's and it works just fine, but Costco has really good deals on this mix. So I do 1/2 cup of this in the bowl. So 1/2 cup is 220 calories, and that comes out to 37 grams of carbs, 2.5 grams of fat, and 15 grams of protein. And I feel like people could just kind of stop there, but it's like, why stop there? We want to get more protein. They definitely sell themselves as high protein pancakes, which I guess they might be. But 15 grams of protein is not going to help me hit my protein goals. So I try and add a little bit more if I can. So that's in the bowl, dry. There it is. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to add 1 scoop of Dimetized Super Mass Gainer because I am trying to gain and I want something calorically dense. And am I gonna add the 2.5 cups for the serving size? Hell no, that's way too much. I just do 1 scoop because let's not get crazy. Do I need 1,200 calories? No, that's absurd. And I want it to taste good. You could use mass gainer, you could use protein, you can use whatever you have, but you know, for me, I'm using a mass gainer. I just do 1 scoop. 1 scoop in the bowl, that's all I need. 1 scoop is 512 calories, which is quite a bit. 98 carbs, 4 grams of fat, and 20.8 grams of protein. So I get 20 extra grams of protein instead of just the Kodiak mix, which I'm happy with. So this is what it looks like. This is pretty much it as far as the ingredients go. It's not tough. I like to add cinnamon just for flavor. Sometimes I will add a little bit of baking powder just to make sure it rises. It will always rise, but this makes it maybe like a little bit fluffier. I don't know, I'm not a baker, but I add a little bit of that. And then all your dry ingredients are in the bowl at this point. Let's go in with Fairlife. This is the final major ingredient. Like I said, all you really need is the protein, the pancake mix, and the milk, and you'll be good if you're on a crunch. But I like to add little things to it. So as far as the portions go for milk, I like to do roughly, it's like just under a cup. It's like not too much, because I really care about the consistency. If you do 1/2 cup to a cup, you're gonna be fine, sweetie. Obviously measure it, but you know, it's a pancake. You want to be pancake mix consistency, so it takes a while. I just take a fork. I have a little whisk that I use sometimes, but it just makes a giant mess. So I'm like, let's just use a fork. So we're gonna just whisk. Also, this is definitely something that you're gonna have to figure out as you work with your microwave, because some microwaves are stronger than others. I went to my parents' house and I always try to do this, and their microwave is a lot more powerful than mine. I only needed it in the microwave for about 4 minutes, as opposed to mine I need like at least 6 minutes, sometimes longer. Honestly, the consistency is pretty good. I'm gonna do just a dash. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Just to get a little wetter. Okay. So once I'm done stirring it, this is what it'll look like. Literally like pancake mix, pancake batter. But here's the fun part. You can kind of decide from here how you want to switch it up. So I personally love doing just a little bit of butter, a little bit of syrup. You know, if you want to do sugar-free syrup to make sure you're watching your calories, if you want to do peanut butter, if you're trying to like bulk, peanut butter and some chocolate chips. Oh my god, I would add some chocolate chips to this and then smear it with peanut butter at the end. That's great. If you're taking like a more healthy approach, you could do something like adding I don't even know, granola for some crunch in there. I've done fruit, like grabbing some like blueberries or strawberries and sprinkle them in. There's so many different options, and that's the fun of this protein pancake. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the microwave. One sec. Okay, and while that's cooking, I'm gonna tell you kind of like the breakdown of the calories. So it's 807 calories total before you put anything else in there. So from this pancake, I'm getting 42 grams of protein, 138 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat, which I'm like, work. That's pretty good for me. I feel like it's a good start to the day. And like I said, it definitely keeps me a little bit full, but not so full that I can't eat lunch in a couple of hours. And it's just good for bulking. I definitely think it's a hack. If you wanted to add an extra scoop of protein, feel free to do that. But I think 40 something grams is fine for first thing in the morning. But anyway, I'll show you what it looks like once it's done cooking. In the meantime, I'm gonna sit here and listen to music. Alright, so here we have the finished pancake. It's steaming, it's very hot. I like to poke it. This one's actually a little dry, and I've done this so many times, I can tell when I'm like, this one's gonna be a little dry, this one's gonna be a little wet. I put it in for 6 minutes. I think when you're starting off, obviously start lower and then build it up, but like, I'm just not in the mood. I'm hungry today, making this video took time out, so I'm just like, whatever. We're getting done. The macros are pretty good. I'll throw them up on the screen now. And all I'll say is, you know, it's simple, it's easy, it's tasty. A girl on TikTok showed it to me and I have just been living by it. She added regular protein. So like I said, if you're a girly pop and you're trying to like lose weight, you're not trying to bulk, this is good for people who are bulking, cutting, whatever. I definitely think it's probably better for people who are bulking, because I would love to add more to this, like peanut butter and chocolate chips when I want to. But you can do protein, and it's just like an extra protein pancake, and it's so fast and easy, and I love simplicity. This page is to basically track my progress and see where I go on this fitness journey. I will be getting in better shape, believe it or not. But feel free to follow along, and I will put all my socials at the end of this video, and thank you so much. Bye.